Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Um, so, the topic for today. I was going back and forth trying to come up with something good. I was unable to get on camera yesterday, so my apologies for that. But today's a new day, and I am here right now. So, I was looking in the news, and again, that's such a bad habit to have, especially for me. Because when I look at the news, I just see a bunch of stuff to get depressed over. But there's a lot of stuff to get depressed over in the news, and I think my topic for now, and this is a vast topic we could go over this for forever, but today we can start, and the topic is not getting caught up in the world's crap. I want to keep the video family friendly, considering the kind of issues we talk about. But I also want the videos to get monetized as well. So I'll try to keep everything as clean as possible. So, getting caught up in everyone's crap. And it is a second by second thing to navigate through the storms that we come across every day. Not only given to us from just our daily routine, and then add to that just crap from people, just out of the blue. People want to just screw with you, and how do we not react negatively? It is very difficult. It is very difficult. For me, for many many years since I was a kid, I was seeing how my parents and family and people on TV and just everyone, I saw how they would react to things that went bad. So if things went negative, I would see people react angrily and very angrily, actually. And I thought, okay, well, that's how you handle things, is to cry at the drop of a hat. Really, just get pissed off over the littlest thing. So what does that say? You have a short fuse. Your ego is so fragile that the wind can just knock it over. Like, it's just a little bit of wind can just push it over. It's insane. What I was being taught, really, or not taught. So now I realize, okay, it is not to react to something, it's to respond to something. To take the time to respond in a very positive, healthy way. Reacting is just automatic. There's no thought. You just go into it. And with how unstable the world is right now, I mean, you just see a lot of unstable people in the world reacting to things, and people get hurt, people get shot, people get killed. It is, for lack of better terminology, it is hell on earth. And I don't think that I'm being too dramatic in saying that. For a lot of people, they make their own heaven on earth. And I do my best to do that for myself. To take those little tiny moments and just kind of freeze them in your mind throughout the day. Be still and listen. Kind of just step out of reality for a few seconds and enjoy your cup of coffee without thinking about your coworkers. Listen to some amazing meditation music, or listen to the Beatles, or listen to something, very cool. Watch your kids play. Watch, I don't know, just something where you can really savor that moment. Those are little tiny slices of heaven, in my opinion. But we see hell all over the place. And it's very disheartening, it's discouraging, it's depressing, it's all of that. So, what do I do to not get caught up in all this crap? Because I could easily, if I wanted to, just say, screw it all. I want to get drunk today. I want to go to a bar. And I got 20, 30 bucks, go during happy hour and just get shit-faced. For the lack of better poetry on that. But yeah, just sit there and wallow in sorrow. And think about how horrible the world is, how horrible my world is, my life. It all connects. I mean, when you are severely depressed, everything is it's all a quagmire. It's all quicksand. You have all these reasons that make sense to you at the time. All these reasons to think, wow, suicide is the answer. My life sucks. Look at all the people killing each other around the world. Everyone mistreating each other. Just doing ungodly, unspeakable acts toward one another. Wow. It's like, okay, I don't think I'm from this planet. I think I'm from another world, So, okay, instead of getting drunk, instead of spending time and energy with my addictions, so-called addictions, or the addictions that I'm battling, what do I do? And I pretty much mentally and emotionally drop everything. I sit there, or wherever I am. I could be sitting in the chair, or driving, or playing with kids, or just whatever. I could just take myself out of reality for a moment or two and just take a deep breath, be still, and detach. That is one of the biggest keys, one of the biggest coping skills that I've come across on this spiritual journey is detachment. And I always thought detachment was, okay, being numb to anything and everything, everyone, just being numb, not feeling anything, love or hate or anything. No, detachment is letting go and leaving all of the negativity that surrounds you in your life. Any type of, negative traits, insecurities, jealousies, depressions, anxieties, just anything and everything that makes you miserable, you detach. So when it comes to looking at the news and seeing X amount of graves being dug up, at, in mass grave sites, just seeing people getting killed, kids getting shot on the street, murder everywhere, I detach. I detach from that storm that's brewing up in my mind that wants to overtake me and take me away. That it wants to transport me into a deep, dark place. So I And that doesn't mean that I stop caring about what's going on. I care. I It's very frustrating, you know, how you have this feeling of wanting to do so much for people, but you know, you just don't know how. That's where I'm at in my journey. Is I'm starting here with this channel, so I'm honing in my, you know, what I really want to do for the world, but I'm rambling because now I'm losing my spot. But I detach because I don't want these negative things to affect me so much that I'm because there has been a mass murder halfway around the world. I feel it. I take it upon myself to go down to the local bar and get drunk. What is that doing for them? What is that doing for those people who are suffering? What is that doing for me? I just allow myself to sink deeper and deeper in that quicksand. And of course, then afterwards feeling bad and ashamed about what I did, giving in to those voices, and got to start again. Got to start over again. And I have been starting over again, I don't know how many countless times over the years. And it gets old. It gets just, it's like enough. Enough. Consistency has to be a part of your spiritual journey. If it isn't, you will be apologizing to God every day. I am sorry. I got pissed off at people yesterday. I'm sorry I gave in to the temptations and did things that weren't good for me. And the ripple effect that took place. You know, I sank deeper into the dark place, and then I started just lashing out at everyone else. This big ripple effect that happens. So what I do is, for the sake of my spirituality and mental health, everything, is detach from those familiar feelings that I know will take me down. And that doesn't keep me from caring and loving people. For me to continue to care and love people, I have to detach from the ugliness. Because we live on a planet where, you know, there are many beautiful things about this planet, but then there's so many ugly things about it. So what can we do? Well, we could say screw it. We could just kill ourselves and be done with it, right? Kind of like an overreaction. But we could detach from certain things for the sake of enjoying other things. Let's detach from the negative ugliness of the world so we have the capacity and the energy and the eyes to see the beauty in the world. So, detachment, I'm just touching on it a little bit today, you know, within my rambling, of course, but I'm touching on detachment because it's very important, and it's not something you learn overnight. The concept took me a while to really just understand, and then actually doing took a lot of time to really work, to really, you know, you start feeling the benefits. So it did not take, it wasn't an overnight thing. It does take time. But detachment is just one of the beautiful keys to happiness, to, gosh, serenity, peace, all of that stuff. I don't want people watching this to continue to be attached to your vices, your addictions, your miseries, all the toxins in your world. I don't want that for you for the rest of your life. I hope people that watch this video, who watch all the other videos, will say, hey, maybe he's touching on some things that sound like they sound good. They make some sense. And I'm going to start enlisting those into my day-to-day life. So, detachment. Think about it. It's pretty cool. Detachment is a very, very important coping skill to learn, to survive this day-to-day grind that we're all in. It's survival, and I don't know how else to put it, but it seems like all of us seem to be surviving, or barely surviving, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, everything, just barely getting through. So we must all do what we can and learn what we can to keep ourselves alive, to keep ourselves going, to keep ourselves loving each other and, caring for each other. So, again, we have to just keep going. Seeing the next day. Seeing the next sunrise. To me, I think that's what it's all about. Staying alive enough to see that next sunrise. I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for listening. And here's the spiel again. Like, view, subscribe, comment, share. I have seen the numbers go up in the views and the subscriptions to this channel already in the short time that it's been going, and it's beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing. So I really thank all those people out there who are sharing this video, who are participating in the growth of it. It's amazing. I feel the love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to get going now, so you have a good rest of your day or night. And just remember, I'm thinking about you and I love you dearly. Bye-bye.